Hello everyone, today I'm very happy to have Nuria here with us for this next interview of Furt'Her. I met Nuria about 10 days ago at the INATBA Gala dinner happening in Brussels, and it was very nice to see Nuria winning in the category of the public sector innovation for a project with EBSI-Vector. So I'm very happy that today we have the chance to have you here. Nuria, thank you very much for participating to our interviews and to inspire and inform more women about blockchain technologies and the use cases. I would like first to ask you if you could explain how you started with the blockchain industry and to tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me being here. So thanks for the opportunity to share with you. Well, in my case, I'm chemical engineer. And when I started working in a consultancy that it was related to ICT technologies. And since then, I have been, related all my professional experience with that. So afterwards, I work in a research and technology center, and I was working in the department that it was called the digital processes. But it was until I switched to my current job in ISRTIS that I am in the Department of Emerging Technologies and Innovation. So there, blockchain is an emerging technology. This is where I started with dealing with this. And also, I am also innovation consultant and I do project management. So I'm also doing my PhD. So, I had not many things to do, but I decided to do one more.
Quite busy, yes, but with a passion for engineering and tech.
Yeah, well, at the end, I mean, as I always say, chemical engineering is like super generic. So at the end, you can specialize yourself where you want. So at the end, I have been working for 15 years. So I consider that I'm more, ICT tech engineer than chemical engineering instead. But that's life. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, indeed. No, it's amazing.
First of all, congratulations for your award. It's really nice to meet you. We were wondering, what are your main interests in the realm of Web3?
Well, what I was thinking, when we were preparing for the INATBA Award and the potential that the Web3 technology has, I am always thinking, also I think that is also because I come from the chemical or natural science part. It's like the societal impact that it can have, because you can apply it for traceability of products, for example, when you're talking about food, but also you can use it in the benefit of the citizens, for example, in European Union, sorry. So when you go from one country to another, even if we have the, Schengen and we can go from one country to another without any problem, then you realize that sometimes you have problems when regarding, your diplomas or with the medical, services or whatever. So there it can help a lot. And even when you have your mobile phone, all of us, we have a mobile phone, and then you realize that you can have a digital wallet there and you can use it, for your benefit, but not for mine, for all of us. So I'm really interested on the potential of the, the societal and the sustainable part of the technology. So I think that we should, that this is a little bit what INATBA is doing, like doing the change for positive, for Web3 technologies, like the society.
It's very interesting. Yes, it's very interesting to hear about that angle that you got interested into the industry as well, from the fact that this technology can help society to handle to handle in a better way the data, the personal data, and to be able to facilitate also the storage and the use of personal data. So it's very interesting to hear that your interest came from not only because of the technical possibilities of the blockchain, but also because it has an impact on.
Yeah, and also, as you say, is for example, when you need, as you mentioned, your personal data, the application that it has, even for, the healthcare systems and the services and the potential that it has. And I guess that during pandemic, I guess that we really realized the potential of those technologies, and it also came a societal change. Like, I guess that it helped, society to see that technology can help you and avoid that it is seen as a threat all the time.
Yeah.
I think that it was an opportunity also to change our mind because of the situation, but I think it helped us.
It's very interesting, yes. And as you won the award at the INATBA Gala dinner about 2 weeks ago, you won with this project of EBSI-Vector in the public sector innovation. And there is also this EBSI project. Can you tell us a little bit the difference between the EBSI and EBSI-Vector?
Yeah, sure. Well, the point is that EBSI, I will start with EBSI, it's going to be simpler.
Yes.
It's like an initiative from European Commission, a European initiative that what it tends to is to create infrastructure and a common technology and a common, let's say, standardize a little bit what is all around technology, blockchain technology, I mean, at European level. So it's focused on, helping to standardize how public administration, businesses, and citizens can use blockchain across Europe. So EBSI-Vector project, this is also what is called, EBSI-Vector project, is funded by European Commission within the Digital Europe program. And this is based on EBSI. I mean, when we talk about blockchain, we're all the time, highlighting that we are using existing EBSI capabilities to develop what we are doing. So we have like 3 main pillars, using current EBSI capabilities related to verifiable credentials, increase or improve the existing ones if we need them, and also to create an ecosystem around this. So at the end of the day, what in simple words, we use the EBSI, the European initiative, tools, let's say like this, in order to create a solution for the citizens in 3 main use cases. One of them is for education, for diplomas. So what I mentioned to you before a little bit, that we are in a country and we can go to another country and maybe we did a master in one place, but we can go to another place to do the PhD. So we reduce, the bureaucratic problems with certifications, diplomas, and so on. In addition, we have another use case for social security. So also, when you're working in one country, even in member states, and you go to another one, you need several, at social security level, you need to arrange several things, so you can do it in an easier way. And also the European insurance card, you know what I mean? When you go to another country within European Union and you need to go to ask for medical services, it will also help you to do it in, a standardized manner. So and finally, the same for business registries, so for natural persons, that we have our own certificate. The idea is also to find something that is common among countries. So, I mean, what I mean is that, each use case has a different level of maturity. So the education one is more mature. And this is why also is foreseen to have the higher impact. But at the end of the day, I think that is very good because, we see that our taxes are going for the benefit of the citizens, because at the end of the day, what we want is to guarantee the traceability and veracity of the citizens across Europe. So in simple words, I hope you have understood it, what we are planning
No,
to
it's
do.
very nice. And then I had many questions that came out to my mind that just came out now. But for example, since how long are you working on the project and how many people are working on the project? I will just throw to you the few questions before I forget them. How long and how many people? And no, I already forgot the next one, so you can go.
Okay, well, the project started 8 months ago, but this is also based on, on a project, let's say, EBSI Early Adopters Program. That is a program that can, putting together, for example, public administrations, like universities and also companies for developing, digital wallets or verifiable credentials and so on. So it does not come from scratch. We are using what is exists, even if we are developing more. Also, what we are looking for example, in education is the real implementation. We are not doing a pilot right now. We want to do through 20 member states across 20 member states with 100 universities to do this real implementation. Of course, for social security, it's not the same, but this is what we want to. And about how many people, what I can tell you is that we are about the consortium. We are more than 50 partners from almost 20 member states. So the people we are involved, we are many more, but I mean, it's like quite a big consortium because we need people from, universities, from public administration, from like social security, also, for example, we need, the people who create let's say the certifications, the business registry or the legal person certifications that, in each country is different. Also, we need the technology providers. So it's like a mix of many people from different countries. That is also what improves or increases the impact of the project.
It's in many sectors that you are looking at to develop this solution. And in the terms of for the universities, do you already have like a project ready to be tried? Or do you have a wallet already set up?
Yeah, we have things because, as I mentioned, we are also, dealing with technology providers or universities that were already involved in this EBSI early adopter program. So we do not start from scratch. So we have things, but also what we want is to to involve more universities, even if they are not within our work consortium. So because at the end of the day, the potential of the project is to have as many universities as possible using this. So also we are involved in, like associations of universities across Europe and so on. So, we are open. So if anybody's listening to us, the universities, no, but that's the potential of the project. That's what I mean.
Great, thank you.
I agree that it's a really impressive project because personally, I was also like writing my master's thesis regarding the digital transformation of public services. And I was exposed to so many information, how important is it to ensure the interoperability of services and data across EU. And regarding that, I was wondering if you could explain how your project ensures the cross-border interactions and services.
Well, maybe I repeat myself here, so sorry for that. But as I mentioned you before, in for example, regarding education, that is the most mature, at technological level use case. The idea we have a work package that is, totally focused on implementing the use case in education. And also, for example, my company is responsible of the tasks related to the implementation, the cross-border implementation. So what we are doing now is we are identifying universities interested in, in testing this, in implementing this within the university for their students and so on. So we are dealing with them on that because, as I mentioned we have the commitment to involve 100 universities in different member states, 20 member states. So this is the idea and where we want to put more the focus there because it's more mature. Because regarding social security, we have 3 countries mainly, and we are also dealing, with the particularities of each country. And we have more work to do there than on the education side. So this is what we plan to do. And it's, we still have like 1 year and a half, more or less, or 4 months. And we are dealing with this because it's quite complicated to find, a common framework. Sorry.
And you said that there are some association of universities. So for you, it could be also like easier to target those associations to be able to already have the network.
Sure. Yeah, but for example, the Work Package 4, that is the one related to education use case, it's led by CIMEA. And within their network, they have they are from Italy, they have different, universities, and it's fine. But at the end, we need 19, member states more, not only Italy. So this is why we're also dealing, each partner from each country, trying to find within our contacts and also creating networking in order to demonstrate the potential of the project and ask them to come with us.
Do you see as well some countries with universities that are already more advanced in the use of technologies and some countries that are less familiar with technologies? Or...
Well, yeah, there are different levels, but in general, they're quite open to that because also I was discussing with, as I told you, I'm doing my PhD and I was discussing about the situation at university level with my professor, and he told me that he has been working on that like for many years ago. So they are like aware of the of this. So even if they have not implemented it too much, or there are different levels of maturity, let's say, but they are aware of this, which is fine at this.
Yeah, indeed, it's already a good start. And I also, because I see time running, but I also wanted to check with you that I've seen that you are innovation consultant for Isertis, if I pronounce well.
Yes.
And I was wondering, what is it about and how is it impacting the digital journey of the companies?
Well, we are, Isertis is a group, a big group with almost 2,000 people around the world. Let's say around the world. We are based in Spain, and the headquarters are in the north of Spain. So I'm in the north of Spain based, but we are offices around Spain, Portugal, Latam, but also we are extending ourselves worldwide. And I'm in the department. It's like, I'm going to say something like the coolest department of the company that is related to the emerging technologies and innovation. So, blockchain is mainly related to this department. And what we do is, our approach is trying to see the companies what they need. We do not impose the technology. We ask them, we do this assessment, we see what they need, and then we tell them, well, we think that blockchain, if it's the case, could work with your needs or whatever. So this is how we approach them. And we have, applications for many sectors. So at the end,
This is
we
something,
make it happen.
very interesting that I hear often, that blockchain is not useful for everyone or all the companies or all the industries, but we need to understand where it has added value, and then we can build something that would be meaningful for the company and for the users. So it's good that you remind that as well, and that in your way of doing business with Isertis, that it's taken into consideration as well, that it's not just selling the blockchain to everyone, but taking into consideration that it needs to bring an added value to the company.
Yeah, we need to tailor the solution at the end.
Yeah.
If blockchain is the right one or not, because also it depends on the final need and the restrictions that they may have or whatever, because they always are. I mean, it also depends on the final sector, but they are scared about listening about this type of technologies like blockchain. No. This is too much for me. But at the end, they understand that it's not too complex. That is more simple than what they think. So.
Indeed. And do you see any trends in the solution that you are building? Like, is there a use case that is usually most common and most needed?
Well, I don't know if it's more common or more needed, but right now regarding traceability and circularity and so on, we had this digital product passport and the need to trace and to verify in a objective manner all the information that is collected and the data, and guarantee that this is relevant. So this is here when you asked me before, where do you think that, what are your interests, about Web3 technology? Also here, for me, it's like, at the end of the day, it's you and me, or, Nino, as consumers, we want to know where the products come from. I mean, for example, food, because of allergies, we want to know the packaging is recycled, what it comes from, if, the water, how much water is used or not. So what I'm finding is that blockchain is really, 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 let's say, open to be applied almost anywhere. I mean, almost anywhere in this sense, because it's needed, for example, as I said, like for product traceability. So product means everything, almost everything, like food, like drugs, medicines, but a mobile phone, whatever you can imagine, we can use it here. So this is what I think that we can generalize, that is like the most common use case or case where we can apply it.
Good to know.
Yeah, and regarding the project, like, how do you integrate different technologies, Web3 technologies like blockchain or extended reality to help organizations for their digital transformation journey?
Well, this is what I said also at the beginning. We need to discuss a little bit with them and see what they need. So, for example, if we speak with somebody from, normally imagine, from the food sector, and they need to trace the product, it also depends from which level or from which state they want to trace the product. For example, imagine we're talking about tomatoes. So if they need to trace or to check the product when it's in the land while they are during harvesting or wherever, maybe the best option is computer vision. I don't know, or maybe the data that they are collecting because they need to check the water that they are using. So it depends. But if you want to go, I don't know, maybe from the moment that, you know, the tomato is delivered and it starts during the processing, let's say manufacturing line, maybe there you can start collecting data and there it has relevance to your blockchain or not. So it depends a little bit on the moment, on the final purpose you want or not. This is what I say, that normally also when I go, for example, if it's my case and I go, when I say that I'm chemical engineer working with blockchain, it also helps a lot, you know, to reduce like the, let's say, the tension when you are talking, because it's like, okay, you know a little bit what we are talking about. So.
Indeed, no, it's very, and you gave me an easy transition because I know that you are also involved in the No Waste project.
Yeah.
So it's about also food
Yes,
traceability.
about food. Yeah.
So can you tell us what's your role in that project and how is it going?
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit, you know, as innovation consultant, as I told you before, and I'm during proposal preparation, you know, when you need to talk with the retailers, with all the people that is involved, see a little bit, understand their needs and see how the technology can help there, or which technology can help there. And then, you know, during project execution, you check a little bit if it's everything aligned or not. You know, there are other technicians that are living that know more than me, but, you know, I'm like a little bit like a drone, you know, that's checking what they are doing. And there, the idea of the project, I really like the idea in the sense that what its focus is on reducing the waste that you have when you produce a product. So in this case, for example, in this case, what we are doing is with blockchain is like in the moment that the product arrives to the manufacturing line, for example, check in every step the, you know, how, well, the information that we have, how the waste can be reduced. Also, you need to put it in supermarket, you know, the product before and after, check the conditions in order to reduce the waste. But also they are also thinking how the product, for example, the packaging can be reduced or can be improved, even if those wastes can be used for, let's say, for creating energy, also for the manufacturing process. So the idea is, you know, circularity to close the loop and reducing as much as possible the waste is related in any way you can imagine. So yeah.
And it's already a cross-border initiative?
No, it's not. It's at regional level. It's in Spain. It's in a region. It's developed in a region with a large retailer, with other technology providers, let's say, and other research centers and so on. But, you know, it can be, of course, it can be extended to almost anywhere where you want. But, you know, there are other initiatives in other countries because at the end of the day, you know, the supermarkets or the large retailers, they know what they want. So they ask you to do the things that they expect to. So, I mean, there are many initiatives. So I guess that, you know, like the large ones can say, okay, for example, I don't want to say any name, but, you know, I'm a great retailer and I want this solution that I can implement in Spain. Let's put Spain because, you know, no waste is in Spain. And then I can extend it to other countries where I am. So this is traditional what they do. Like you do it in local to extend it afterwards.
But this is something that is very interesting for the blockchain technology because the blockchain technology by itself, it's without border. So you can extend it quite easily. The use of it can be extended quite easily on a global scale. And this is why we call it as well the international technology because it has no border. It's very interesting to be able to create those interactions as well and record data on a global scale. It's very interesting. Well, thank you very much, Nuria and Nino, for this great moment we had talking about EBSI, EBSI-Vector, and different initiatives in the blockchain industry. It was very interesting to be able to exchange with you, Nuria, and get to know your path and see all the motivation towards building impactful solutions for companies and for the users, because there is both. I thank you, everyone, and we're looking forward to the next interview. Thank you.